Hey everybody. That's horrible light. Man. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. That light above me is really bright, really gross. Sorry I'm late. Bailey had to go potty. So we'll see who pops on here. But that light's offensive, isn't it? Hey Amanda. How's it going? Hello, Adrian. I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Blake. I'm doing good. Busy week. Hey, Susan. Yes, I was by myself with Bailey. It was nice after being with Lee for 4 days. So it was good. Yep, it was good. Glad to see you too, Susan. I wasn't sure if we were doing one today with everything that's been going on. So Spirit told me that I needed to. So stick with the agenda. Okay, I will, I promise. Yeah. So, hey Carson, how's it going? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it is a tough day. Yesterday was a tough day. Hi, Jan. Yep. Yesterday was a tough day. I haven't meditated on it yet. I have to meditate to get rid of that energy from yesterday. I've been so busy today. So we'll do that probably maybe later, maybe tomorrow. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it. Hey, Haley. How's it going? Chimes are working today, guys. They're happy I'm doing this Facebook Live. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Yep, they're happy I'm doing the Facebook Live. So, might talk a little bit about yesterday and things like that, but I'm going to, whatever Spirit wants to do. I know we've got two things we want to talk about first, and then if we end up doing yesterday, you know. Oh yeah, I look good in this shirt. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Makes my green eyes stick out. Yes. I look really pale in this color. I should have looked at myself before I did this. Maybe that's why I feel like this. I'm really, really white. So, normally don't wear dark colors, but for today, for some reason, I wanted to wear this. Yeah. So, yes. Green is my color, so that's a good thing, right? I usually don't wear dark green. I'm not a big dark color person. You know, makes me look washed out and stuff. So, well, I think we're going to start because he says it's time to. Okay, so first thing Spirit wants to talk about is resisting change energy, okay? And Bailey's looking at me like, who are you talking to, Dad? He's looking over like, if you guys could see this, you guys would think, what the hell? Hi, Jessica, how's it going? Yeah, he's looking for his other daddy to come in the door because he thinks that's who I'm talking to, and I'm not. So it's funny. Resisting change energy, okay? This week, every single year, I'm busy, okay? Just with stuff. My birthday on Monday, and then the rest of the week is just like hectic, right? So today was a nice day, although it was hectic again. So looking forward to the weekend, and yeah, so we'll see what happens, right? Again, December 21st, when we had the winter solstice, everything pretty much changed. The energy shifted, the whole 9 yards, right? And before that, it was Saturn going into Aquarius from Capricorn and Jupiter leaving Capricorn and going into Aquarius, right? So the energy shifted with those two events. Winter solstice, it really shifted. January the 1st, it really shifted, okay? This week it shifted again after yesterday, okay? Spirit has said final siege, okay? It's the final siege of that. Today the energy is dissipating, Spirit says. Chimes, right? Hey, Vic. And we need some sunshine, right? To really lighten things up. And I think that's supposed to happen, I think this weekend and all next week, but I'm not really sure if I remember, right? But When change is presented to you, Spirit says, you have to look at it, right? You have to look at it. You have to kind of have an idea. You've got to, hey, Laura, hi, Lisa. You have to at least, yeah, I know. It's hard for people, hey, Joy, it's hard for people now to accept anything that they don't know, okay? Because, hi, Tracy, because we don't know, right? And we're suspect, Spirit says. We're suspect of the energy. Is it good or is it bad? What does it mean for me? Well, hi, Marcia. That when it's change energy, guys, okay, meaning that a relationship comes to an end, meaning family, friends, partner, husband, wife, whatever, job, okay, that it is meant to clear the decks, okay? January is the month that every year it clears the decks, right? But understanding when you are presented with it, okay, that you have to look at it and understand it's probably for the best, okay? And that's about anger that you hold. Again, as we get older, as we are more grown up, as the universe brings us our baggage, right? Brings us our negativity, which is anger and fear, right? We really have to look at that and go, okay, I need to look at myself before I journey forward, right? I want a new job. I want a new man, right? I want to get married. I want this, I want this, I want this. Well, hi, Paula. Understand, guys, that they're not going to move you forward until you're more balanced. He says, because you got to drop the weight. Those sandbags that are attached to your waist, he says, you have to cut them loose. And how that is through looking at yourself and seeing what holds you back. Okay? Is it how you were taught from your parents, how you were taught by your mother, your father on who to be, right? What society has taught you as a child, right? I've had a lot of people this week who are, I'm just like my mother. I'm just like my mother, Bill. I'm just like my mother, and that's who I've always been. And I'm lonely, and I want to change my job, and I'm looking for a husband, and I don't want any kids, and blah 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 blah. Right? Well, that doesn't work. Negative, 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 negative. Right? Negative out. They bring you nothing back. They will shut that door faster than you can say hello. It's got to be, okay, if I don't really like the way that my mother's life has gone, and you can look at your role model, what they have not gotten, right? I mean, one of the persons actually said, she hasn't done so bad for herself, but you're not her, right? The universe is presenting you with challenges, right? It's presenting you because they need you to change. You're only I think you're 32 years old, right? Her mother was 50 something. They're telling you need to change to be able to get what you want, right? If you want us to bring you something, hi Ty. If you want us to bring you something, then we have to participate in that, right? We have to participate in cutting those sandbags of things that weigh us down, right? Of things that keep us inhibited, the things that keep our energy wrong, right? Because when you put negative energy out there, right? First off, if you're a female, hi Emily, no man is going to look at you or give you any attention if you could be a beautiful woman. He'll walk by with his friends or whatever. Wow, look how beautiful she is. But I can tell she's a bitch. Guys don't know that. That's what they feel, right? Now, I know I've hung around with straight guys in my whole life, right? And when they look at a female who's beautiful, and they say that, And me being me, I'm just like, don't say anything because, right? They're not going to get it. But understanding that if you want a man to be attracted to you, and vice versa, right? I mean, you don't want a woman, if you're a man, you don't want a woman who's going to engage in your dysfunction. What? You don't want her to be attracted to your dysfunction. Because then it's hell. Same thing with men looking at females, right? Right? So, and that's with anything. That's with a job. That's with a job opportunity. That is when you're in that job. It is everything to do with the energy in your life. Does everybody have ups and downs? Yes. But you know what? You have to be able to look at yourself and go, okay, I'm not getting anything that I want right now. And I haven't for the past year or so, right? And I don't understand why I'm not getting what I want. Well, no one's attracted to your energy because it's negative. You're mean. The energy that you put out there for many of the people this week, right, is don't come any closer, I'm a bitch, I'm demanding, I'm in charge. Oh no, that's not the way men are made up, okay? DNA is DNA, you guys, and I don't care if we're cavemen, right, living in a cave, or if we're trampsing around Africa, or if we're trampsing around Northern Europe, or we're coming across the land bridge, right, to North America. We've got the same DNA. It's human nature, right? I don't know how many times I've talked to people and said this. Trust me, guys need three things. They need a job, they need sex, and they need food. The job back in the day was going out of the cave, killing something, cutting it up, bringing it back, and the woman was going to cook it. That was the way life was. Even in the pioneer days in America, right? That's the way it was. Still, it's so interesting because we were taught in my generation, right? Before two people worked. The man goes off to make the money. The woman stays home. She takes care of the children, blah, 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 blah. Dinner's ready when he gets home. He's the king of his castle, blah, 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 right? So understanding that is still inside of us today, right? So if you want things to change, you have to be open to change. This year's going to be huge for change. I don't know if anybody listened to Paul Harris. I posted it, I think, on Sunday or Monday, because I love this guy. He's an energy worker, right? And he talks to his guys are named the Z's. And I got confirmation on a lot of the things Spirit's been talking about for the last 6 months or so, right? Of what's coming up in 2021, right? And it is amazing to hear him talk, and Lee Harris, right? And hear him talk and actually go, oh, cool. That's what Spirit's been saying. That's what Spirit's been saying, right? It's going to be a fantastic year, but we have to change our energy because guess what? The energy is shifting on the planet, and you don't want to be stuck in third dimensional muck. You don't want to be that person because it's going to be tumultuous, okay? As we change administrations in our government, as we move forward, and I'm telling you, March and April are going to be, summer's going to be great, going to be an early spring, it's going to get control of COVID, and I'm telling you guys, 2021 is going to be pretty freaking phenomenal with all kinds of new change. I don't want anybody to miss out on that, right? Because we're only going to get it for a year. Is 2022 going to be better? Yeah, it is. We're in the age of Aquarius, you guys. Right? Aquarius is light and fluffy. Hi, Kathy. Light and fluffy, but a little bit of structure, especially with Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, right? But the great thing about Jupiter being in Aquarius is the fact that even with Saturn, it can bring you abundance. It's all about change. It's all about moving forward. It's all about goodness. Because Aquarius is air and Saturn is its ruling planet, right? but it doesn't have the same effect as it did in Capricorn. It was in Capricorn for 2.5 years, right? In the middle of the whole Trump administration fiasco, right? So understanding and paying attention and really working on and accepting what you're being shown, what you're being given, having those conversations out loud with spirit and being able to look at yourself and go, okay, if I'm not getting what I want, it's me. It's not the universe. Hey, angel, right? It's not the universe, not my spirit guides, my guardian angels. They're trying to bring me something. And how many times has spirit said in these broadcasts, hi Nancy, in these broadcasts, right? That things want to come to you, but the more you chase them, the further away they get, because you need to allow, right? Well, if you have positive energy going out and you are peacefully waiting and working towards the goal, right? Keeping yourself occupied and working on yourself and things like that, it finds you. But if it's negative energy, guess what? It can't get past that barricade. It can't. The way that you think, the way that you feel. Do you like yourself, right? Do you like the people that you're around? Do you like your partner, right? Do you like your children? Everything, guys. It makes a huge difference. It truly does, right? And as we go into 2021, take advantage. Because I will guarantee you, people will be shown this spring, between now and spring, what they need to work on. Chimes. Say, probably can't hear them because of the furnace. I'm telling you, it's true. It's true. And more in tune you are, the more you're doing your Steve Noble guided meditations, right? And you're connecting in those meditations, and you're allowing those meditations to take you places. As you're allowing those meditations to actually help you. Say, that's what it's all, so again, that's what it's all about, right? Is understanding that it's all here to help us. It's all here to take us to the next dimension. It's all here to take us to the next chapter of our freaking lives. Yeah, see? But if you're not paying attention, right? If you're not conscious, if you aren't willing, and you are not paying attention, right? If you're just living in a world of disappointment and anger and fear, or just deep feelings of hurt, you have to heal yourself. Steve Noble guided meditations, talking out loud with your spirit guides, your guardian angels, right? Giving it up to them. Thank you, Laura. Right? Hey, Tom. And understanding that as you release it back to the universe, it opens you up and you can be more free. Hi, Rose. Hey, Jessica. Yeah, see? That's what it's all about, right? Hey, Paula. When you keep that stuff inside of you guys, it festers. That energy festers around your heart. I'm telling you. That's why humans have a heart, you guys, so you can feel. Negative or positive, you can feel. Love or distrust, right? Love or anger, love or fear, okay? So it's very, very important that everyone understands that when you have those feelings, you say, okay, Spirit, what's this here? What's this here? You know, I need you to help me with this. Asking for help is primo. They will come in and help you every single time. Maybe not on your timeline. Like, I need it in the next hour. Can that happen? No. It might. God bless you if it does. I know. Spirit says it's a long-term project. It's not something that's going to be done in a week or done in a month. How bad do you want it? How invested do you want to be in being ready for the next chapter of your life? Right? Chapter of change, Spirit just said. Chapter of change. Right? Because if you're not, life's not going to be easy. Right? Because the only thing that human understands is pain. Pain. Right? Hey, Molly. Not getting what we want out of our life. Not getting the spouse that we want. Not having the children that we wanted to have. Not getting the house we wanted to have. Hi, Lisa. Right? Not having the things that we expected in our life. right? And then, well, I don't understand how come I didn't. Well, because you're not investing in it. You're not investing in the future. You're not investing. You got to get rid of the toxic energy that you're carrying, and you may not even know, because you've always been like that. But hang around me for a minute. Trust me, you'll know. Right? You'll know. Because my energy, 99% of the time, is, am I perfect? No. 99% of the time is light and airy and fluffy and wonderful and balanced. It has to be for me, right? Right? And understanding that everybody can be like that. It's just asking, doing your Steve Noble guided meditations, right? Giving that stuff up. I was going to say something else. Giving that stuff up to the universe. Hi, Erica. Right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about, you guys. I'm telling you. Okay? It's about understanding that you should feel light and fluffy most of the time. And if you don't feel light and fluffy most of the time, if you're triggered with fear or anger or pain or emotion, you have to look at that. Yeah, you gotta look at that. Spirit, I need you to help me with this. I don't understand why I feel like this. I don't understand. But if you look at your childhood, you'll probably be able to have a pretty good idea of why you are the way that you are. Right? Who do you emulate? I am blessed with having a mother and a father that I chose, right? Me being the Capricorn in the family, the oldest soul in the family, right? I chose well. But my mother had her faults. My father had his faults. But the great things that I gained from them, I gained my father's personality. I gained my father's love of people. I gained my father's, he was a great example for me on how to be nice. You know, how to engulf people and meet people one-on-one and make them feel good, right? My father did that all the time. He was everybody's friend, right? Even when he had dementia, he'd be like, well, hello there. Wouldn't have a clue who was walking in the door. But he's very welcoming. Yeah. On the other side, my mother was my mother. She was stern and strict and cold, right? She yelled a lot. My whole family used to yell a lot, including myself, right? But then when you look at yourself and you go, you know what? She'd always tell us to go away from her. You kids go outside. You kids go outside. You kids go upstairs. And you guys never wanted to be around us as kids. See? Took good care of us. But she wasn't the loving mother, things like that. But she took care of us when we were sick, right? Fed us very well, right? So we had the balance, right? But understanding what we pick up from our mother and our father, our grandmas, our grandfathers, our aunts, our uncles, our brothers and sisters, right? And being able to look at that and go, you know what? I can see my mom's faults. Hi, Judy. I can see my dad's faults. And it didn't serve them. It might have served them in 1965, in my case, 1970, 1975, 1980, right? It's 2021, baby. It does not serve us now. And there's a lot of people who are dysfunctional, right? And remember, from the day you're born to the day you're 13, your ego tapes everything that happens in your life. Everything. And it's never the good stuff, you guys. It's always the bad stuff. Mom's yelling, dad's frustrated, they're yelling at each other, you're yelling at me, I'm for, blah, 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 blah. See? The blessing that I had in my life, my mother and father never argued in front of the kids. Thank you, Spirit. Chimes, right? They never did. That was something they refused to do. They did that when we were asleep, quietly, right? That's what they did. Blessing with that, right? But understanding that I had friends whose parents did it openly, right? And my friends would say, Bill, your mom is wonderful because you're not around when she's screaming at us, right? But we can look at that and go, that does not serve me any longer. I can't be that person because it's unhappy. It's unhappiness. It brings back, it triggers me into something negative. Fear, not feeling loved, Or what do I need to do to fix her? That's me. See? So we need to look at that. We need to look at how we were raised. Some of us weren't raised that well. Okay? And understanding that to be complacent is not right. I'm okay with the way that I am. Really? Really? Wouldn't you want to still continue to grow? Oh my gosh, it's so hard though. Well, you're going to be pushed to grow in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and beyond. Because the energy is going to change. And understand, you guys, that we've been in this energy for 12,000 years, that we were all brought up in. Our souls were brought up in it. Okay? Understand that the children that are going to be born in 23 and 24 and 25, they have to adapt to as they come to the earth. So us as grown-ups have to be prepared for our children, right? Be prepared for my grandchildren, I wish, right? You have to be prepared. Because the status quo is no longer okay. I don't know. Hi, Lisa. I didn't see you come in, right? We have to. It's not fair to them, but it's also not fair to us. Who wants to be in heavy, gross, emotional turmoil? We've had that for freaking 4 years, 5 years, right? Fourth dimensional energy, which is light and fluffy and allowing us to elevate and allowing ourselves to connect to higher beings and allowing ourselves to understand ourselves, understand and speak to our guardian angels, our spirit guides, the universe. It's all coming, guys. It's all coming. Oh, good energy, right? We have to be prepared for that. Chimes, right? By looking at ourselves and going, what's wrong with me? That's not a negative thing. I need to take stock and inventory of exactly who I am and why I'm not getting what I want in an honest way. My partner triggers me. My children trigger me. My mother didn't treat me right. My father didn't treat me right. My grandmother, blah, 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 whatever, right? Make the list. Hi, Elizabeth, right? Make the list. And pick out the top 4. Make your top 4 list, right? And go, this year, 2021, I'm going to work on number 1 and number 2 and see how I do. Again, there's got to be a Steve Noble meditation for that to fix me, right? So that when I'm in meditation, my guides, the universe, clear out the energy on top of my body and also inside of my body. They clear all that stuff out. They connect with some DNA, and I'm smarter in the end. Bingo. Right? Because there's probably a Steve Noble meditation for that. But also taking responsibility for ourselves on how we react to things. Not allowing us to yell at our children. Stopping that, right? Our frustration is our frustration. It's not their frustration, right? Don't put that on your children. Don't put that on your children. It's not fair. And if that's the lineage that you've had in your family, my grandmother screams, my mother screamed, I'm a screamer, my children, no. Stop that, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, in a positive way, you have to understand that, right? And go, I'm doing this because I need to. I need to clear my energy of that negative energy. I need to clear my body of negative energy. Hi, Nancy, right? I need to clear all the things that no longer serve, that no longer serve me, right? And that doesn't, and that doesn't. It's no one else's fault. It's our responsibility, right? I picked the wrong woman. I picked the wrong man. My children are about, okay, well, they're reacting to you. They're reacting to you. And you're reacting to them, right? No. You have to try to be as balanced as you possibly can. Okay? And that is taking steps to take care of yourself and to do your work. Right? And to do your work. Understanding that after January 20th, things are going to get so much better. Survival checks will be out that week. Okay? $2,000. Okay? And that will start the survival checks into the middle of the year. Even if you have a job, I think it's like $75,000 or whatever it is, right? It's not bad. It's not bad, right? They have to do that to take care of us. That's the difference between before and now, being in the age of Aquarius. The government, everything turns to us. Us, 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 us. Taking care of us. It's not social, right? It isn't, it's not any of that social, whatever they want to call it, right? No. See? It's need. I mean, how many people are in food lines and how many people don't have a right place to live? And I mean, everything. But Spirit gave me this the other day, and I thought this about, because I've lived around Detroit for most of my life, and understanding, Spirit gave me this in like, I don't know, early 2000s with Kwame, is the fact that as long as people are dumb, left dumb, not educated, right? Hungry, ignorant, okay? And followers, right? They'll never have anything. Well, look now. How many people are in poverty, right? Who believe they don't deserve anything, and that's not true. And then when they do have something, other people judge them for how they spend that money. They've never had money in their lineage, right? No, it's not their responsibility. It's theirs. It's their money to spend as they want to spend it, right? And understanding that clearing that energy, and which is going on now, but also will happen after January the 20th. That's why March and April are going to be so good for everybody, because that energy would have been pushed away, been pushed out, right? Is there still going to be energy there that is old? Yes. It takes time to change that energy, right? Through elections, right? And America's a country that goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So understand this is going to take a decade, okay? But things this year are going to be good. But the only way that you're going to be able to understand it is if you look at yourself and allow that energy to leave your body. Allow your spirit guide, your guardian angels, your higher self, right? Your Elioms, I mean, your star council. I mean, there's all kinds of beings above you and around you all the time, right? Allow them to heal you. Allow them to take that energy off the front of your body that you carry, out of the inside of your body, around your heart, around your gut chakra. Let them take it, right? And I know. So and also, Spirit says, but you're going to miss that weight. You're going to miss that energy because you've carried it for so long. I know I did. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm the same person, and that's kind of weird. That's a good thing, Bill, right? I heard that from Spirit. It's a good thing. I'm like, really? Wow. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know who I am. Bingo. That's the key. Not the same person anymore. So people have been asking things, I think here. Elizabeth says, I don't want to put that on my kids anymore. I get angry so quickly and I apologize after, but it still hurts them. Exactly. Because and I know. So Spirit wants me to explain it this way, okay? That when you are in spirit, let's say until your grandchildren have passed away, Spirit's usually like, that's what souls usually do. There's the exception and things like that, right? So let's say about 125 years. When you come back as a human being and you're a baby, okay? You're used to being in spirit. So all of a sudden there's gravity. I have to poop. I have to pee. I have to eat. I have to breathe. You know, that's why breathing is automatic, right? I mean, that's the way it is. But all of a sudden, there's all this energy that you don't understand on the planet, right? And then you got a mother and a father, and maybe brothers and sisters that are yelling at you. It's all this energy coming at you and things like that, right? Well, eventually we learn how to navigate that. We learn how to survive that, right? But in that survival, we absorb it. Oh, yeah. We all know that, right? Right? I mean, I don't know how many times when I was a child, a grown-up child, hi, Katie, that even my mother would say, oh my God, I don't know that's not the way that child's ever been until now. He never acted like that. Well, or she never acted like that. Well, she's mirroring back to you what she learned from you. True. See? So understanding that what we have to do, we have to make sure that we understand the energy we're giving our children, because they don't understand it. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen people yelling at their children, right? And their children cry because they don't understand, why are you yelling at me? What's that energy that you're throwing on me? I don't get it. And then they get spanked for crying. Right? I'll give you something to cry about. Well, that's a great message to your children. That's not the way to nurture them and bring them to be good human beings. And it might have worked for you because you might be older and grown up and having babies, but guess what? What is still inside of you that you're hiding? What's still inside of you, right? Yeah. So understand that, guys, right? You can't do that. Your frustration is yours. It's not to be put on your children or your spouse or your mother, your father. It's your stuff. It's your stuff. You got to let it go. Steve Noble Guided Meditations. Unless you can meditate for yourself, which I cannot yet, right? I will be honest. I cannot sit and be quiet and meditate and do the whole thing. Doesn't work. Because he's talking. Zzz. Mm-hmm. See, and I cannot calm that because that's who he is. See? So Lisa says, what am I supposed to do during meditation? Lisa, you're supposed to breathe. Breathe and listen and imagine what Steve is saying to you when you're meditating. If you're doing a Steve Noble meditation. Okay? You don't have to follow along like a textbook. You just have to imagine the archangels that come in, the colors. Again, he makes it very, very easy. Very, very simple. So Tom says, any input as to why I'm attracting homeless, drug-using gay boys? Yeah, Tom. Can we talk about that after? Okay. So understand. Okay, he wants me to talk to you now, Tom, because you're nurturing, because you're homey, because you're grounded, and understand, and they're attracted to that. They're attracted to the energy because they're looking for a savior. Spirit says they're looking for a safe place, looking for someone who knows. And Tom, that's you. Okay, especially drug-using gay boys. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah, he keeps saying because that's who Tom is. That's who Tom is. Now again, that's not a bad thing. It is just maybe you need to work in a gay homeless shelter, he says, which I don't know if there's any of those in Detroit or not, Metro Detroit. There should be, right? One of the things I'd like to start after, here, some things after I'm able to move to Maui and things like that, and then give back to my city, Detroit, to my gay community, Detroit, things like that, So Rose, perfect timing as I was angry at my kids for their messy room today. Yeah, Rose, I get it. Hi, Sherry. I get it. Okay? But but the thing that you don't want to have happen is yelling at your children about their room. If they're afraid of you, if you are giving them negative consequences, things like that, you're emotionally damaging your kids. And people will say, well, that's not true. Okay, I'm just telling you what Spirit is telling me about children for the future. Say, Rose says, I know it triggers me because of my own clutter, and I want better for them. Exactly. Well, Rose, you have to be the catalyst. You have to be the one who gets rid of your clutter, right? Because they're seeing you and monkey see, monkey do, Mom. Do as I say, not as I do. Well, Mom, we're living in this clutter. And you're upset about that, but then you yell at me because you want better for me. Then show me show me what I need to do, right? Because they're following your lead, guys. They always do. They always do. And that doesn't matter if it's a dog like Bailey, right? or a child, or if you're a supervisor at your job, all kinds of that. It's all the same thing, right? It's energy. I would never ask when I was in my retail positions for 37 years, I would never ask my employees to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. They'd see me mopping the floor. They'd see me taking out the trash. Well, Bill, I'll do that. No, I got it. You do that instead. Well, no. That was always me. I always had that work ethic inside of me. Don't know where it came from. It wasn't my household at all. It came from spirit. It came from having everything balanced and equal. That I'm no better. I may manage the place. I may have you do certain things that I need you to do to complete the job. But guess what? You are here in my body, in my heart. And I would do everything I possibly can not to impede on you, right? Because you need to make money, I need to make money. As a team, we can make money because the stores are always on commission, okay? I needed the energy in the store to be balanced. But I was also a worker. I wasn't going to do anything that I wouldn't ask anybody to do something that I wouldn't do myself. I'm cleaning the freaking walls in some of the stores with a Swiffer duster. Like, what are you doing? Cleaning the wall? Why? Because it's completely dusty from the vents. Really? Why would you do that? Because I can see it. See? Yeah. So that's what's so very important, you guys. You have to be the example as parents. I have to be the example for Bailey, because if I'm not balanced with Bailey, he looks at me and either shies away, like he's sad, he's emotional, right? Because Italian Greyhounds are very emotional dogs. They pick up on human energy, right? So he will get into his bed and look sad, or he'll just sit on the floor and look at me and go, "What do you want? Daddy, I don't know this energy, Daddy. I don't know what that is." Children are the same way. They're the same way. So are employees, so are brothers and sisters, so are everything else. Okay? So let's see. Elizabeth, mine kicked her bowl of nuts off the table and immediately snapped. My dad used to yell at us for making messes. Exactly. See? Mm-hmm. Because he didn't want to be bothered with picking up your mess. In fact, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was eating an orange, right? And I was such a baby. My dad would peel me an orange, right? When I was a kid. And I would say, "I don't like that white stuff on there. It's not supposed to be on there, Dad." He would say, "Oh my God, Bill, just eat it." No, I don't want to eat it with that white stuff. Like kind of the white casing that's on the actual orange, right? That doesn't always come off, right? The skin of the orange. And I would make a fit until he would finally go, "Oh my God, I'll take it off." He'd unpeel, he'd take all this. "Okay, now is that better?" I'd be like, "Yes," and I'd eat my orange. My father was not happy with that. But the great thing about my father is he would do it for all of us, right? My mother wouldn't, but my dad would be like, "Oh my God, just eat it. It's still the orange. You won't even taste it." "That's not the point. It doesn't look right, Dad." "Oh my God." And he would peel the orange off, the skin off, right? Same thing. He understood that to get me to eat what he cut for me, because it wasn't like you weren't going to have anything else, pal, so you better eat that orange that you got. It's the way it was. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. So Haley, I've been on several awful first dates, of course. They never end up wanting a relationship even after they say they do at first. Okay, Haley, what that is if those are all, you have to, okay, Spirit's saying you need to not be so needy that you need a relationship. You have to be okay with yourself first, but the energy that you're putting out is wounded, Spirit says. Wounded or needy, okay? And so the men that come into your web, right, that they're bringing into your web by your energy, okay, are not men who will commit because you're not comfortable with yourself 100%, okay? Again, if you've been on since I started, the more that we want something, the further away it gets. You got the, "Okay, Spirit, if you want a man, my dear, trust me, this is exactly what you do." And Spirit gave me this 5 years ago before I met Leslie, my partner, my wonderful man, right? His real name is Leslie. Okay, give me 7 things that you want. I'm like, okay. And they have to be specific. I said, he's got to be white. I hadn't dated a white man in forever. We're going to try it again, right? So I need him to be white. He needs to be athletic. He needs to be at least 6 foot tall. He needs to have done work on himself. He needs to have a job. He needs to have school. He needs to be spirit. He needs to be connected to spirit. I gave 10 things, right? Well, I got 8 out of the 10 after 9 months of asking. When I was lonely, when I was in my place of, man, I really wish I had somebody. When I was in the space of not working all of the time and understanding that that's the time when I'm the most connected to spirit, the most connected to the universe, is when nothing else is going on. I'm just sitting on that couch or doing whatever, right? Nothing really special, and I'm by myself. That's how it works, right? Because I'd worked on myself, right? I'd done my 13 years of therapy. I'd done my work with spirit. When I met Lee, I had not started Steve Noble Meditations yet, right? But he needed me because his partner had passed away, okay? So that's how that kind of worked for myself. But I asked for what I wanted, and they gave me what I wanted, right? For him, he didn't ask. We just met each other, and boom, it happened. But every single time, like I was saying before with females, the energy that you put out is what you receive. If you're too anxious, if you're ready to have babies and a husband, well, guess what? You have to raise your vibration to the level of the man you're supposed to meet. Because in between the bottom feeders, right, the dysfunctional skank, which is nothing but trouble, in between that and getting what you want is a layer of human, okay, that is going to test you and going to try you and see. So, Haley, when several men, blah, 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 say, okay, spirit, what the hell? What do I need to do to change that, spirit? I need you to bring me the right man. Am I giving off the wrong energy? What do I need to do for this man to find me? And that's the key. Not, I need to find a man. No. I need to find my, no. That action, and I've said this before, when you want something and you put that energy out to the universe, meaning what do I need to do to get it? Because I will do everything that I need to do to get it. Guess what happens? It gets further away. Hey, Chrissy, it's about allowing. Spirit, I need you to help me with this. I need a partner. I need a boyfriend. I need a husband. That's what you do. I need a wife, right? That's what you do. Trust me, they will find you. They will find you, right? And when you meet that person, you'll be like, okay, this is unreal because he's got like 6 out of 8, right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. See? Because when you want and you actively look for and you actively pursue, now when it comes to love, now is there action? Yeah. Get on a dating website. That's one way of energy, right? Right? Making your energy so great because like I said before, guys will walk by a female, or a man will walk by a female by himself. My God, look at her, she's beautiful, but I can tell she's a bitch. But then there's guys out there that love that challenge, and they're gonna go up and talk to that female, and they're gonna conquer that female. And the female goes, oh my God, I don't understand how it didn't work. I don't understand how. Well, that's because he conquered you. Because your energy is, right? I'm the prize. Well, if you want to be a prize, guess what? They're going to take your prize and then you're going to be left with nothing, right? Because if you want to be arm candy, that's not real. They can leave at any time. Yep. See? So it's very, very, very important, you guys, to understand that with change energy that is coming or is already here in most cases, right? Resisting the change is only going to hurt you. It's only going to set you back. Okay? And you have to be aware. Again, Spirit, why do I feel like this? What's this energy around my heart, Spirit? I need you to help me with this. I don't understand, Spirit. You got to help me with this. I say that a million times if you want to, and they'll help you. They'll guide you towards what you need to do, or guide you toward a person that can help you, guide you toward a Steve Noble meditation that you should do, right? Or some other meditation. It doesn't have to be Steve Noble, but I promote them because I know how they helped me and how they helped me ascend so very quickly. So very quickly. By cleaning out what was left of my emotional baggage and cleaning out the weight that this Capricorn has been carrying probably for lifetimes. Probably for lifetimes, right? I didn't know how to get rid of it. I'm just a dumb guy, right? So when they were brought to me, what the hell I'll do it. I don't have anything to lose, right? Keep moving. I'm antsy today, guys. Sorry. Bishop of Spirit. So understanding that, right? That when that happens, we have to address it. I'm a big believer in talking out loud. You know, even if I wasn't clairvoyant, I probably still would. Makes me feel good to express how I'm feeling. And there's plenty of times I'm like, what the is going on? I don't understand this. Again, guys, Maui is a big thing, right? Me moving with Lee and Bailey to Maui. So I can continue my journey with channeling and writing books and things like that, right? It's been 3 years. 3 years. But in that time of 3 years, I look back, I'm a totally different human being than I was 3 years ago. I'm a totally different human being than I was a year ago, right? Because I allow. I learned my lesson as a Capricorn man that I can't control jack, right? Doesn't work. Because ego gets involved in that, and it starts to work against me, and I expect, hi, Pam. Yeah. See? Yeah. So again, being aware, right? Being as open as possible, talking out loud, hearing yourself think is fabulous when you talk out loud. Spirit, blah, 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 blah. Why would I say that? Why would I think that? That's kind of weird. Well, see. But it was in your mind, you thought it was okay. Because ego made you think it was okay. No red flags, no big deal. I do that all the time. Well, that's wrong. When you say it out loud, you go, well, that's kind of negative. I shouldn't really be talking like that. And ego goes, damn. Let's not talk out loud anymore. That doesn't serve anybody. Right? Because if you're not talking out loud, they don't know what the hell you want. And some people will say, oh, well, Bill, no. I'm just telling you what my guides, what my tower of guides tells me. That the more that human expresses what they want and who they are and what they don't like and lets all that energy out of their body, the easier it is for us to guide them. Internal dialogue, Spirit says, does not work that often. Doesn't. We are bodies of energy, good and bad, right? And sometimes we need a little push. Let me express that I'm pissed off at the world today. Let me express that I'm pissed off at blah, 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 whatever it might be, right? By myself, not around anybody. I'm not going to complain at anybody. No, that doesn't work. I'm not going to put my energy on somebody else. No, that doesn't work. People did that to me my entire life. I didn't know why I felt like crap, so heavy, so emotional, so yucky. See, but I've learned. And everybody has to learn that. Oh, no. I'm not your trash disposal. Oh, you're not going to vomit on me, and you feel wonderful, now I'm carrying around all your junk. No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. No one should be a trash receptacle, Spirit says. Okay? You understand that. Understand, right? That I am here to get rid of my stuff. I am here to clean out my path. I am here to make my life and my children's life and my spouse's life better by being the best human being I can be. And I will find the time to do it. I might be exhausted, but guess what? I will find the time to do it. How bad do you want it? Everybody needs to be, because who wants to miss the next big chunk of wonderful, fabulous energy after what we just went through for the last year? Well, then what we have to do, interestingly enough, right, is be conscious during the good times so that we just don't coast through it and not pay any attention. That's what human does. When times are good, life is wonderful. But guess what? As soon as times are a little bit more in a downturn, oh my God, oh man, I thought this was gone. No, you just ignored it while there was good times. Still got to meditate, still got to talk out loud, still got to have goals on what you want in your life. Mm-hmm. And find time. Only it is, and people have said to me, but it's such a downer. No. Hey Teresa, you want to do it when life is good and everything is wonderful and it's downer for a minute, or do you want to live in it? I don't want to live in it. No way. No way, no how. Okay? So that is Coaching for the Soul for this week. I expected that to be like a 15 or 20 minute thing, and he just kept on going with other insight about what we need to do to change our lives, right? Right? So thank you for joining me. Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. Share the video if you would. Tell people about me, things like that. Please share my posts, about my reading prices and about that I've got open appointments all week if you would for me. I'd appreciate that. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. Hey Heidi. Namaste everybody. All right. I'll see you later.